will you agree that after Three Idiots, this is obviously this is the one big mainstream commercial film of yours, because both for Dhobi Ghat as well as for Talash, you said it's not the typical mainstream.
Well, I would say that Dhobi Ghat is totally not mainstream. I would agree with you that after Three Idiots, this is my other really big mainstream film coming out. So it's almost been 4 years now.
Right.
Exactly 4 years, because Three Idiots had released on Christmas.
Exactly.
And this is coming on Christmas again, 20th December.
Right.
Christmas week. So it's been 4 years since Three Idiots. Talash, I feel, was a kind of a middle of the path. It was mainstream in some ways, but it was not really mainstream, because it had, even when we were making the film, we knew that this is going to appeal to a certain section of the audience. It has a niche audience. Talash has a niche audience, not as niche as Dhobi Ghat, of course.
Right. You had said that. You had specifically said that. There have been reports that you've said that this film Dhoom 3 will just make 350 crores and all that stuff, which you later denied, I believe, as well.
No, it's all lies.
Okay, but you're the one who came up with the Three Idiots in terms of, and it has that 202 figure, which is universal across all the trade analysts and everywhere. But now, do you have a benchmark as to which is the film that you have to, because there have been a lot of discrepancy in terms of box office figures these days. So what is the figure that you're looking at? Because for Three Idiots, it's universally 202 crores.
Yeah.
So do you have an...
No, I have no figure in mind. I have not even thought about the figure. I mean, I have no figure in mind. And I don't really look at my films as figures here. I'm afraid that doesn't interest me. What interests me is winning the heart of the audience. What interests me is that when you sit in the theatre and the lights go out and the film starts on the big screen, what interests me is the audience. I want them to just love the film. I just want to come out. I want them to come out and say, "Man, what did we just see here? That was really amazing." That's what I'm always wanting. And figures can be very misleading.
Right.
So figures can be used to a certain extent to gauge how much people have liked the film.
No, my question is about the correct box office figures.
So there are two aspects to it. One is that people misreport. That's something that, now if they misreport, what can you say? But I don't think the market ever gets fooled by that. People in the market know exactly what the business is.
Okay.
But there's another aspect to it. Just the total box office, I don't think always gives you a correct picture. So I'll give an example of my own film, Three Idiots. Three Idiots did a business of 202 crores. That is the total business of the film.
Right. In India?
In India. And at that time, it opened for the time, 4 years back when it opened, it did a weekend of 40.
Right.
Around 40 crores roughly was the weekend.
Right. 30 or 39.
If I remember correctly, yeah, somewhere there. So if that's the weekend, and it was a big weekend, it was the biggest weekend ever.
Right.
At that point
of
time.
Right.
And I remember we had released in 1,500 screens.
Right.
Today we release films in 4,500 screens. So for that time, when it does 40 crores in the first 3 days, the weekend, the first 3 days, and then it goes on to do 200 crores.
Right.
So you will realize that it's 40 into 5, reaches 200. So it's done 5 times what it did in its first 3 days.
Because I think second weekend as well.
Weekend into 5. Now, according to me, that is a good yardstick. Let's assume same film, Three Idiots, has done the same amount, 202. But the weekend is 100. So it has done weekend 100 into 200. Total business is same. But this tells me that a lot of people went in with a lot of expectations, but उनको मजा नहीं आया, तो वो 200 पे जाके रुकी. Weekend into 2 is not a good sign, in my opinion. Weekend into 5 is unbelievable. Weekend into 3 is good.
Right.
Weekend into 4 is very good. 3.5 is very good. 4 is very, very good. 4.5 is mind blowing, and 5 is unbelievable. So very few films do that. So if you take a look at a film like Kahani, for example, Kahani has not done 100 crores, if I'm not mistaken. It's done 90 or something.
80, 90. Yeah.
But does that mean it's a small hit? It's a huge hit. Yeah. It opened very small. So I don't remember what the weekend.
Budget is around 8 crores of that movie.
No, forget the budget. I'm saying the weekend of Kahani, you should go and find out what the weekend is and see how many times of the weekend it has done.
No, absolutely. It did exceedingly well.
So then you come to know, okay, this film has actually People have loved it. They've gone out, told their friends. They've come back, seen it again. Their families and friends have seen it. The audience has grown. The word of mouth has grown. This is a well-loved film. So the total business can be misleading, but this is a pretty good yardstick I found for myself.
How many screens is Dhoom 3 coming in?
I don't know, but I would imagine probably the same as Krish. How many was Krish? I don't know.
I think 4,000 something.
Yeah,
Plus
whatever,
4,000
yeah.
plus.
I mean, it will be a big release. So whatever the capacity is today of number of screens, I don't think we would do that.
And the ticket prices are being hiked. That's what being said.
No, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. As far as my knowledge goes, the ticket price is same as because the ticket prices were hiked for Chennai Express, and that's what the ticket prices are now. Chennai Express and I think Krish. So that's for a big film. I think that's what the ticket prices are now.
Right.
I'm not a market guy, so I may be wrong. So don't check with me. You should
The
check
entire
with-
industry looks up to you as far as the marketing is concerned.
No. I'm numbers. I'm very weak with. I don't have no idea. And in any case, you must.
No, but there are people in the industry who say कि आमिर एक पैसे का हिसाब रखते हैं,
They
एक
have no
रुपए का.
idea. People imagine things. I have no idea. Money is the thing that's furthest removed from me.
Right.
Furthest removed from me. I don't believe in using my time in that manner.
Okay.
Money doesn't interest me beyond a point. And but coming back to this, I want to tell you that the ticket prices in any case are not in the hands of the actor. It's not in the hands of the producer. It's not even in the hands of the distributor. Are you aware of that?
No, I was not.
So you need to know that. It's the exhibitors who decide the ticket price. So this is a question you should not be asking Yashraj. This is a question you should be asking the various, multiplex chains or the
But
single
is it
screens.
not in consonance with the production house as well? It's not.
No, the producers have no say in the matter, as far as my knowledge goes.
Okay, Amir, we've taken some questions from your fans. Many of them have the same complaint that when are you going to start blogging once again? So because you had promised, but abhi tak aapne shayad
I'm
nahi
too
kiya.
lost in my work here.
All right, this is Anup Pandey from Arun Pandey from Bangkok. For Dhoom 3, I liked your look with blonde hair. You look dope in that. I thought it was suiting you more. Thief with blonde hair in Chicago was way stylish. Why did you switch to black hair then?
Well, actually, it wasn't blonde. Arun, you said?
Arun Pandey.
Arun, it wasn't blonde actually. It was some other weird color. It had become pink also in the middle, and then some. Basically, what my hairstylist Avan was trying to do was she wanted to strip my hair of all the color, and she wanted to work on a blank, empty canvas, as she put it. So first she bleached my hair and she just removed all the color that she could
Right.
from the hair,
Right.
and then began coloring it the way she wanted to.
Okay, so the blonde was not.
It was never intended to be that. Then we
Okay.
did, at one point we were thinking of leaving a streak in the hair, just like, shoo, like this, shoo, one streak of, like a lightning streak in the hair, We were thinking of maybe going copper with that, or golden or copper, or something startling, And then Adi shot us down. He said, "Kya tum log bakwas kar rahe ho?" He was most annoyed with that. So we said, okay, if you don't like that. So, but we still have that streak I'm talking about is still there. But we've shaded it. So my hair is brown and then there's a lighter brown streak, which you'll notice. Sometimes in the light you don't see it, but it's
Right.
there. And sometimes in right light you do see it,
Right.
that streak. So that's the look and the kind of cut. I really like the cut that we went for.
Yeah, and many would say that how do you manage to look so young? In fact, all the time.
This question has been asked to me now for the last 5 years. And I give the same answer. First of all, I have to thank my parents, because
Right.
what I am today is, dependent largely on the kind of genes I've got
Absolutely.
from my parents.
Right.
I don't do too much to look after myself. But what I do, for sure, is I follow a very strict diet,
Right.
by and large.
Right.
Like right now, I'm not on my diet because I'm too stressed and I just can't, stick to a regime and all of that. I'll start all that on 1st of Jan.